XA, welcome to TBE, the Voice Experience. My name is Junior Ramss, representing 0120400. Looking at the camera, I really need some lights so that I can see the good things. But anyways, today we are reviewing Hurry Up Tomorrow movie by The Weekend, the Able The Weekend. That's why whom I found this year that is actually black like me. Didn't know that. You see, I don't see no color. I just saw him as The Weekend, but then I was like, "What do you mean?" I think it was on when I watched the series Idols. I think this it's coming up. Kancane kancane, kancane kancane uyavela because he did the Idol, and also he is doing the movie. But then, anyways, without wasting any time, without any further ado, so the movie is produced by Live Nation, which is owned by or co-owned by Hova, uh, and it is distributed by Lionsgate. So the movie is 105 minutes, which is average of 1 hour 30 minutes, and then the genre of the movie is a psychological thriller, which speaks more about like uh, being in the limelight, being a celebrity, a superstar. That is not all that glitter and glamour. Hey, score. Hey, but anyways, it's not all that glitter and glamour. There's everybody. I believe. Well, I learned this from How I Met Your Mother, but then they say everybody has a baggage. So everybody unal matadaha and whatever. So this was about the weekend and his problems and whatever. So there's a scene there whereby a chick who held him hostage. So there's a scene where there's a chick who held him hostage, and then she was cooking that the weekend hides the pain in the music, and he uses the symphonies and the melodies. But then, if you pay attention to the details of the lyrics, you would see a hurry. This guy is actually crying out for help. In the movie, he's not saying he wants to help. He just likes to speak about his trauma and whatever. Think they broke his heart. And then there's a song that says, "Don't break my heart. I don't know if I can take it anymore. The girl I used to love, the girl I still to love. We broke up in the club. I used the weekend. You don't know what you do to me. You don't know what you do to me. But anyways, I'm a victim also of listening to music like that and not hearing the lyrics. And not even going to make an effort of going to do research. Like I'm really old. I ain't got no time anymore to go and listen. Whatever I hear is what I hear. Whatever I didn't, I make up my own. One sorry. So Barki. So question is that does every song represent every chicken? Nah. Because of in the movie there's a he made it. I don't know if it was a true story, but then he said some story and say, "Don't leave me." What. And then the next following day, he wanted to go somewhere and leave the chick once or so. And then there's a song I think he sang for the chick, and then it was more like it's dedicated to the chick or I'm being vulnerable to you. So my thing is that so does every songs represent every girl that he has done that to, or does that mean hurry? There's one girl who broke his heart and then he can't get over the chick on her. And then he really cracked me when when the chick was crying and then he was freaked out. Was like he didn't know how to react. I was like, "What do you mean, Barbara? What do you mean?" And then what I don't like actually, the dislike about the movie, I dislike the million credits. Every 2 minutes, there's a credit that's popping up. There's a pop up of a credit or what produced the starring what. I define the credits in me. And then the movie is a slow burner because of we you kind of like believe it's a movie by the weekend, so you wanted it to get to the point. But then it was slow burner, slowing. But then eventually it really catches the fire. But then it was not exactly what I was anticipating. I don't know what I was anticipating. Maybe from the Idols movie, I thought this would be more wild. But then yeah, and I don't know if Ulrich is sure about this whole thing. There's a scene of where he lost his voice, like, his voice, and then he said, I can't fucking sing, I can't fucking sing. Rich people always have weird problems. What do you mean you lost the voice, and then what do you mean you can't? You have to maintain your voice and whatever. I remember even Trevor Noah, he once said he's going to an operation for that or whatever. We're like, what do you mean? There's operation for voices, but then you gotta give credit to the dude, the Trevor Noah, the code, because he can do multiple voices. But then, anyways, the dude would rather sing than to talk, because there's a scene where he was about to die, and then instead of speaking and express, because the chick was just wanted the weekend to admit that, my bro, we now had that in our own music, and the guy just decided to sing, and then yeah, and then there's a plot twist somewhere, and then point there where barking. Oh, so there's a theory. I don't know if this is true. Let's just say this is alleged. It's on the internet. On also on the movie that a best friend of the weekend drop out of school, or the weekend convince him so that they can do this music thing. So it really worked out. Hmm, It really worked out. And I felt like the movie should have dropped before the album rather than the album drop first and then the music drop later. Because of when you are when you are watching the movie, you hear they do the snippet of the songs from the album. And then the album is fire. That's fine. Michael Jackson could never. So the album is fire. So you end up thinking about pausing the music and go and listen to the album because the album is fire. So if you give me the music, the album, and then I'll be like, this song sounds nice. Then I go listen to the album. I'll be like, yeah, that's nice. Or I watch the movie and I go listen to the music. I'll be like, mind blowing, that song from the movie. So now it makes me want to go and listen to the album rather than watching the movie. But then I did finish the movie 1 hour 30. Small waters. That's the perfect time to actually duration for a movie. You can't do movie beyond that. Aye, you can't do movie beyond that. So so overall, my points, I'll give it a 7.5. 7.5 for the whole movie because of, like I said, I was anticipating things. I don't know why I was anticipating them. But then overall, it's a good movie. We learned a thing or two from the weekend. And then the guy really loves Los Angeles. Like if you ever being honest, he really loves Los Angeles. But then anyways, from the boys, this has been the experience. Peace, love, and share the word, the gospel, the word of Jesus. Peace.